Hi, for those of you that don't know me, my name's Ron MacLeod, and I've been asked to share my faith journey with you. When Chris first asked me to do this, I was hesitant to do so, as after listening to the experience stories of other members, I felt my own story was too boring to tell. I was born into a Christian family, and I've been a member of the church my entire life. I've never left the church, I've never had an aha moment, I've never had a mountaintop experience to help me with my faith. I've never felt lost from God, and I've never gone through a serious life crisis that caused me to doubt my faith. My story is that my family moved frequently when I was a child because of my father's jobs. In each new location, one of the first places we would visit, even while still unpacking, was to the closest Presbyterian church. My parents always made sure that they and all four of us kids attended church every Sunday. My parents not only attended every single Sunday, they also volunteered and served in whatever capacity they could at each church when we were members. They helped us as kids learn about God and Jesus by holding Bible studies in our own home. My parents never just talked about God and Jesus, they just lived their faith and taught us by both word and example on how to live a Christian life. As a college student and as an adult, I've also moved from state to state. I always followed the lead of my parents and looked for the Presbyterian churches in each new town. I've always chosen to continue with their commitment to service by joining the church and looking for ways to volunteer and serve that church. With the strong church relationship I had growing up, I found a wonderful Presbyterian church in California, got married, had two lovely daughters, and began leading junior high youth group. In addition, I became very involved as clerk of session, elder, and head of stewardship and finance. Now, not only did I have a strong relationship with God, but I wanted to make sure my family did as well, similarly to how I was raised. I continued my faith journey when I moved here to Texas and found First Presbyterian in Arlington. I have now become an elder, I work on the facilities team, and I am the clerk of session and involved with a strong Sunday school class. As I reflected on Chris's invitation to speak, I decided that while I initially felt I had nothing to share, while at having a come to Jesus moment, I have come to realize what a blessing it is that I have had a strong faith through my entire life. I am also blessed by being surrounded by people at this church that support me as my faith continues to grow. And I'd like to close with a scripture, Colossians chapter 1, verse 23, where it says, "If you continue in your faith, established and firm, and do not move from the hope held out in the gospel. This is the gospel that you've heard and that have been proclaimed to every creature under heaven, and of which I, Paul, have become a servant." Thanks for listening to my story.